Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I won't share a specific project with you, but a sort of methodology and reflections after the years of working in the cultural fields towards innovation. So one of the most effective way that generate innovation for us is to train the ability of building effective intersectoral partnership alliances. This means that we have to create space, a safe space where people can really co-create, prototype, exchange, and together, and to promote an attitude of curiosity and listening and learning from failure instead of judgment. So we are committed to do this, and we try to integrate cultural participation into ecological transition processes to promote climate and social justice. So what we're trying to do is to prototype interdisciplinary consortium and alliances where scientific, culture, and also Foresight Study Center, as we were mentioning before earlier, Antonio, you were asking about how we can prevent risk management. So for example, in our partnership, we try to insert also Foresight Study Center in order to understand how to tackle innovation in the medium and long term. And we insert creativity and cultural sector in our project because we really think that creativity can help to innovate really in the future, to shape the future. But when we do this, we saw that it's very sometimes it's difficult and challenges to tackle with different people coming from different sectors. So what we try to do is to allocate a specific preparatory phase at the beginning, where we try to align all the people into the common goals, because what we saw is that we have to really embrace others if we want to really build sustainable, constructive, and intersectoral alliances. So we spend maybe more time in try to align everybody on the common goals and then starting to do things and to design actions. So you have to have this will to embrace others' perspective, values, different ways of working, habits, and it is not easy, as you have also tried. So how can we make it work? What we do is to facilitate authentic and effective conversation, because for us it all begins from conversation. So when we gain clarity about what we truly matter with ourselves and with others, we can really open up meaningful conversation that can shape our future. So for example, these are this dialogue that unlock new possibilities and help everybody to understand how committed you are to reach that goal and at what extent you want to reach that results. So for us, conversation for the action, not just conversation. So to align everybody on how to get to that result. And if you are able to facilitate this process, you can really be, for us at least, a leader, an innovator, an entrepreneur, because how much you have healthy teams and partnership, how much you can really guarantee a sustainability of your project. So leaders, entrepreneurs, innovators have this quality of bring forward from other people new possibilities, a sense of the future, but also a commitment to take action. So my reflection and what I want to share with you is that really we have to develop more and more practicing our soft skills, practicing listening, mediation, negotiation, how to make effective requests, which seems very simple, but the majority of the breakdown I faced so far were caused by misleading, misunderstanding, because we think that the other know already what I want to do, but it's not. So the ability to create effective conversation, how to make effective requests, is something very useful when you have to deal with intersectoral teams and to reach a result together. And are the skills that we have to strengthen and that can really make a real leader or innovator, regardless your title or your position. So this is what I wanted to share with you with my experience. So thank you very much.